So Dean, about Streaky, when did you first meet him, and within your cricket career and his and all of that?
Well, I first met him in 1994. Actually, it was just before my 17th birthday at Alex Sports Club. Alex were playing Old Miltonians, and Zimbabwe just got back from their first tour to Pakistan. So they went to Pakistan for 3 test matches and 3 one-day internationals, right at the end of 1993. And Streaky, he didn't get a wicket in the first test match, but in the second one, in Rawalpindi, he actually then took 8 wickets. So he got 3 wickets in the first innings and 5 wickets in the second innings. And quite remarkably, on both occasions, he actually clean bowled Javed Miandad, which was incredible because Streaky was all of 19. Javed Miandad was a very accomplished and established Test batsman who had scored runs against everybody in Test cricket. And here comes a 19-year-old boy from Bulawayo and cleans him up. So I met him at Alex Sports Club. My brother Gary used to play against Streaky on a couple of occasions at schoolboy level and then again at club level and provincial level, and met Streaky, and we seemed to form a friendship with immediate effect.
Oh wow! And what other sort of experiences and all of that during the whole career?
I think
and in your career of commentating.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so for me, one of the real highlights while I was live on air was at Supersport Park in 2005. It was it was the first innings of the second test between South Africa and Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe were put into bat on a tricky wicket, and Streaky got a very, very good 70-odd batting down the order. And I was actually commentating live on air with Mike Haseman when he pulled a short ball in front of square to go to 50, and that I was live on air when that actually happened, so that was pretty special. And I was also obviously very privileged to witness him scoring his maiden Test 100 when he scored 136 not out against the West Indies. I was there when he took the final wicket when he bowled Aqib Javed in the Test match against Pakistan in 1995, Zimbabwe's inaugural Test win. But just as a human being, he was a prankster, let me tell you. He got up to a lot of nonsense with me. So his personal nickname for me was Power Cut, because for those of you out of Zimbabwe, we have quite a few power cuts. So when we were in Bangladesh, he came up with the nickname Power Cut because me being totally blind. So the nickname was Power Cut. And so that's pretty much, there's so many other memories that we have. I mean, one of the very kind, generous things that Streaky did for me when we were in Dubai International Airport, he was trying to convince me that he wanted to buy me a digital camera with a microphone because he was of the opinion that we should have videos of me in Bangladesh. And he said, I'll buy it for you now, and then you can simply give me, when you get paid, your allowance, you can give me the money back. And very stupidly, I refused the offer. So, but there were so many incredible. If I were to go through every one of them, we'd be here for a long time.
So, Dean, how would you summarize in your sort of view Streaky's career?
He was a lion-hearted. It's funny you should ask that, because we have many cricketing cliches. Lots of people are described as lion-hearted performances or lion-hearted performers, but Streaky was all of that. He was a little bit taller than me, much bigger than me in the shoulders and the arms, and he would run in and bowl. I mean, for goodness sake, in a Test series against Sri Lanka, in one innings of a Test match, he bowled 42 overs and took 4 for 90. And you remember me talking about Zimbabwe's inaugural win against Pakistan. He took 9 wickets in the game, and he took 6 for 90, bowling 39 overs in a Test match, and then simply Zimbabwe enforced the follow on, and he bowled another 11 overs on the bounce and took 3 for 15. So courageous, strong, not just strong physically. We all know how strong he was physically, but emotionally, mentally, he was a very, very strong man. And his heart was as big as, well, probably broader than his shoulders. He had a very generous and kind heart as well.
Cool. Dude.
And quite bizarre that we should actually be listening to Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, because whenever he went out to bat, he always felt that he was in the danger zone. So his favorite song was Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins from the Top Gun movie.
Well, how fitting is that?
Nice way to end.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dino, I think to our friend Streaky.
To Heath Hilton Streak.
Streaky.
All the best, Streaky. Rest easy and fly high in the Bessie.
Cheers.